Good day GIS lovers. In GIS there are two types of data. One is vector data and another one is raster data. And inside that vector data we have many types of features which we already know: point, polyline and polygon. Till now we have learned all of those vector data. Now we are going to learn about raster data. In this lecture, we will learn what is raster data, types of raster data, why we are using raster data, structure inside raster data. Now, let's start this lecture. What is raster data? A raster consists of a matrix of cells or pixels organized into rows and columns. We can consider this as a grid also. In here, each cell contains a value representing information such as temperature. Rasters are digital aerial photographs, imagery from satellites, digital pictures, or even scanned image. In this picture, we can see the differences between vector data and raster data. So, in this picture, on the left side, we have vector data, and on the right side, this is raster data, which is the combination of cells or grids. This is a cell or pixel, and in the attribute table of this raster data, we have the pixel value. Now let's see types of raster data. Thematic data. It is also known as discrete data, which represents features such as land use or soils data. Continuous data represents phenomena such as temperature, elevation, or spectral data such as satellite image and aerial photographs. Picture data. This is also a raster data. It includes scanned maps or drawing and building photographs. Rasters as basemaps. We already have used basemaps many times. A common use of raster data in GIS is as a background display for other feature layers. For example, orthophotographs displayed underneath other layers provide the map user with confidence that map layers are spatially aligned and represent real objects, as well as additional information. Three main sources of raster basemaps are orthophotos from aerial photography, satellite imagery, and scanned maps. Below is a raster used as a basemap for road data. In here, we can see the road line, and as a background, we have this basemap, which is a raster data. By using this basemap, we can easily understand the road line of our this vector data is accurate spatially. Rasters as a surface map. Rasters are well suited for representing data that change continuously across a surface. They provide an effective method of storing the continuity as a surface. They also provide a regularly spaced representation of surfaces. Elevation values measured from the Earth's surface are the most common application of surface map. But other values such as rainfall, temperature, concentration, and population density can also define surfaces that can be spatially analyzed. This raster image displays the elevation using green to show the lower elevation and red, pink, and white cells to show higher elevation. In this raster image, these red, pink, and white cells to show the higher elevation. These are the higher elevation, which is a hilly area in real world, and this green portion of this place is lower elevation. So these are the hilly area and this is the lower space area. Rasters as thematic maps. Rasters representing thematic data can be derived from analyzing other data. A common analysis application is classifying a satellite image by land cover categories. Basically, this activity groups the values of multispectral data into classes, such as vegetation type, and assigns a categorical value. Below is an example of a classified raster dataset showing land use. Now let's see rasters as attributes of a feature. Yes, rasters used as attributes of a feature may be digital photographs, scanned documents, or scanned drawing related to a geographic object or location. A parcel layer may have scanned legal documents identifying the latest transaction for that parcel, or a layer representing cave opening may have pictures of the actual cave opening associated with the point features. Below, as an example, is a digital picture of a large, old tree that could be used as an attribute to a landscape layer that a city may maintain. Now let's see the advantages of raster data. It is a simple data structure, a matrix of cells with values representing a coordinate and sometimes linked to an attribute table. It is a powerful format for advanced spatial and statistical analysis. The ability to represent continuous surfaces and perform surface analysis. The ability to uniformly store points, lines, polygons, and surfaces. The ability to perform fast overlays with complex datasets.